Spartans! Prepare for glory! This is where we hold them! This is where we fight! I brought more soldiers than you did.
Man. Whew.
What kind, bro? Anything special?
Dude, Jeff just fucking dropped it off. Let me read it real quick. It has 86% THC, GMO, and jet fuel diamonds by Calyx Crystals, Calyx Farms.
Was that Elon Musk or the other guy that made that shit?
I don't even fucking know, man. This shit's fucking good, though, man.
That is. So, hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 4 of the Collective Minds podcast. Tonight, we got JBL, me, Austin, and
what's
Brandon
up
tonight. Yeah, say hey, guys.
Yo, what's going on?
Get her dead.
Dallas, how about them Cowboys, man? Fuck. Holy shit, man. Almost had a heart attack today.
Cowboys?
Yeah, you know, fucking, we probably had, they won by 3. They beat the Chargers in LA, but.
Oh, your butt be puckered the whole time for that game.
Oh, dude, my fucking, it's always puckered when they fucking play, dude. It's constant, dude. I can't even, if I even wanted to shit, I couldn't.
The UFC card was pretty insane. There was this guy on the he was on the main card. His name's Devin Clark. He's out of Texas. He had like his gums separate, like with his 3 or 4 bottom teeth. And they were like not his teeth broken, his gum was fucking broken, and his teeth were literally just like flopping around and shit. And he fought for another round and a half like that. It was from a brutal ass knee. Like the commentators were asking like where the blood was coming from, and they didn't know because they didn't see any cuts or anything. And his gums were broken, flapping back and forth and shit.
Oh no!
Dude asked his corner like, "What should I do?" Like, if you can put your mouthpiece in, and if you want to fight, just keep fighting. And he just fucking threw it back in and walked back out there.
What a badass! He's just sitting there like he's like, "Come
and
on,
he was
bro.
losing bad. He could have quit, bro. He could have quit. He was losing bad.
Tis
He
but
did
a
not give
flesh
up even a
wound.
little bit. Yeah, it was fucked up looking, dude. I'll send you a picture of it later.
Oh, that's crazy. He's like, I don't need my jaw aligned to kick the shit out.
No,
Yeah.
Didn't even fucking question it. It's crazy because the main card, Anthony Smith, the same thing happened to him, and he could have quit too. He was, I believe it was when he fought John Jones. No, I lied. It was when he fought Glover Teixeira, and he was getting grounded, pounded so bad. But the fight, I think it was in between the 3rd and 4th round, and there was 2 rounds left. It was a 5-round fight. He went to his corner and literally told him, "Hey, my teeth are falling out. Like, what should I do?" And they're just like, "I don't know. Like, keep fighting. Like, what do you want me to do, or what do you want me to tell you?" And he literally just went out there. I can't remember if he got finished. I'm pretty sure he got finished like late in like the 4th or the 5th round. It was pretty brutal. The whole time he got beat bad.
That's fucked.
Damn, dude.
For the first 2 rounds, he looked like a fucking world beater though. He just put out a lot of energy and fucking kind of gassed and got beat after that.
Them roids, bro. They fucking hyped up on all sorts of shit you can't trace these days.
Yeah, no shit.
He's like,
I don't feel
it. What do I do, coach? What do I do?
League and a dirty league.
He's like, you should be dead, man. I don't know what to do. I'm not a fucking priest.
Yeah.
I'm not an autopsy, reporter. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I thought this fight was over 2 rounds ago. What the hell do you mean? I've
such bad
this shit before.
Such bad CTE, they can't even remember what round it is, and they're like, "Yeah, you're allowed to fight."
Oh God, keep going.
You got this.
Oh shit, that's crazy. So, have you guys seen what's been going on with Nicki Minaj in the mainstream media?
Nope.
What she says, her tweets about the vaccine.
Yeah, she's talking about her cousin and some shit, right?
Her cousin.
Yeah.
Who just got married and now he's sterile because he took the vaccine because his balls swelled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The balls swelling.
I guess she's been being attacked by like everything under the sun. There's actually another famous lady that's like going with her, but Nicki Minaj is Nicki Minaj, so she's like, fuck you, piece of shit. Like, she don't give a shit. Nicki Minaj is, you don't argue with her. I wouldn't argue with her.
Yeah, she's like, I drug people and it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, she's just one of those crazy rapper, females, but she's like an OG. She's been around since like, early 2000s or mid 2000s. She was like the first one that we actually like got to hear about. But so the thing is that it seems like she's waking up and she's going against the agenda. Some people are finding that really conspicuous, or what's that word? Suspicious. Conspiracy and suspicious together. It's conspicuous.
Suspicious.
Making words. Urban Dictionary.
We're gonna make up all these words as we go. Conspicuous. Very conspicuous. And so they're like,
well, the government can do it. We can too.
You're right.
Oh yeah.
So she's coming out, and they're like, either this is like a false flag. She's doing something for a distraction, which I don't know, but also it looks like to me that they are replacing her with possibly like Megan Fox or all these other new girls that are coming out that are like getting the red carpet, and she's not. So I think she's fighting about it, and something about how in 2019 she was going to back out of it anyway, saying she was retiring. Then all of a sudden she backtracked, like her handlers told her, no bueno, it's not going to happen. But from this, I want to point out that this is character destruction, right? So now they're just like attacking her with all they got, calling her names, making her out to be this big piece of crap. And ultimately what her tweets created was a bunch of protests, which I'm guessing is a lot of the brainwashed. So the brainwashed are waking up because of Nicki Minaj and are now protesting for shit that we've been talking about for almost going on 2 years now, almost 2 years. I wanted to bring that up and go, there's different ways that they take care of people. One is character destruction, just like getting into it that we talked about is like the black guys wearing the dress, or, people wearing a dress or acting feminine. And it's a humiliation ritual. Well, you can't really get out of it, but some people they can't kill because they turn them into like martyrs. And they can't do suicide because she's pretty famous and rich. I mean, it's hard to suicide someone worth hundreds of millions of dollars with protection and knows your game plan. But other people it's not, especially if they have their own personal doctor, which we're about to get into. But I wanted to hit the fact on what I found out last week, which is it's the CIA's, or the government's official heart attack gun is what it was called. And so it's a secret CIA weapon that's used for assassinations, and it shoots a small poison dart that causes a heart attack. It was explained in a congressional testimony in 1975. The dart from this secret CIA weapon can penetrate clothing and leave nothing but a tiny red dart on the skin. The penetration is like if you felt it, it's so numbing that it feels like a mosquito bit you, or you don't feel anything at all. And the dart, once it hits you, it actually completely disintegrates upon entering. So it like goes into you, the whole dart, and it disintegrates. Dude. So then the lethal poison, it like super quickly enters the bloodstream and it causes a heart attack. And once the damage is done, the poison denatures quickly. So that an autopsy is very unlikely to detect that the heart attack resulted from anything other than natural causes. The CIA, and this is back in 1975.
Jeez, dude.
So they had this technology back then, which doesn't seem too crazy, but for a dart to somehow infiltrate your pants or shirt, go all the way into your body, disintegrate, and then the poison give you a heart attack, and then get out of your system that quickly, or break down it's still in your system, but it breaks down your system that it can't be tested. They've had that since 1975.
What evil bastard thinks of doing this shit, dude?
Right.
That is insane, dude.
Well, the problem is the people behind it don't know that that's what they're fucking doing. It was the same thing with like the atom bomb. Like they originally didn't know that, they were going to use it to fucking kill a lot of people. They thought it was going to be an anti-terrorist thing. They thought they were doing it just so they could learn what to look out for, and then, you know, by the time it's all said and done, they're fucking dropping them on Japan.
And now it's just used as like a whose dick is bigger thing. Even though, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure we've had flying saucers since like the early 40s. So, but to openly in the public, like, you know, you can be like, my dick's bigger because I got this many nukes, and they're like, oh, I got this many nukes, and then Russia's like, yeah, well, I got flying saucers, motherfuckers, and we all know what's really going on here. You know, you can't do it without freaking everybody out. So that kind of leads into like my next one, bringing in Nicki Minaj, like the way that they're trying to tear her apart. We're not in the future yet, so we don't know ultimately what this is going to lead to. It could be an overdose. They might not even kill her. They might just blacklist her, like they've done with a lot of people. And I don't see her in anything these days anyway.
Yeah, she's been kind of a ghost lately.
I have this feeling like, I don't know if I saw her with an MGK in an MGK music video or not, but it seemed like after that is when he started doing his ritual stuff, his whole thing with Eminem, and then nice with Megan Fox. He's a big part of this. So I wanted to bring up Michael Jackson, right? So Michael Jackson died technically of a heart attack or cardiac arrest, which is pretty close to the same fucking thing, right? He right before he died, he made a phone call saying like, they're coming for me, they're gonna kill me. His sister at the court, you know, the court room, the meetings, all that stuff. She literally came out and was like, there's these elites trying to kill him. He told me all about it. I know about this. I'm famous myself. Like she knew he did not commit suicide. It was not a suicide, and it was not an accidental drug overdose. And even if he was murdered by his doctor, that could just be a cover up for what really happened. Because if you're gonna say it was an overdose, there has to be a drug in a system. Know what I mean? So he could have been like, oh, I gave him the drugs, or he gave him the drugs, whatever. But his son had said it during that court case too, that after he got off the phone, he would cry. And he was talking about every time he would talk to his handlers, pretty much is what it was, his whatever those producers or whatever those people are called when you're in music, he'd cry. Prince Jackson testified. He would say, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill me. His father told him he was talking about AEG Live CEO Randy Phillips and his ex-manager, Dr. Tome, Prince said. Weird ass name. But so Michael Jackson had talked a lot about these people started coming out, and he was about to do this new tour, and he wasn't as controlled as he used to be. And I think they had this guy on drugs for a long time, like prescribed drugs to control him and mess with him, and he was a big deal. But ultimately what they decided was he was worth more dead than alive. And they do this with all sorts of people, like Tupac Shakur, Mac Miller, that girl that overdosed. Brittany Murphy, the guy from Nirvana. So many
Heath
people.
Ledger was one.
Heath Ledger.
No.
But he's an actor. But yes,
Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain, exactly. These mysterious deaths of celebrity. I mean, it goes into it of celebrities, but specifically with this one, celebrity singers. But it goes
musicians.
Musicians, even actors. There's a whole list of it. It was so much I couldn't bring it to this.
Have you seen the 27 Club?
Yeah, 27 Club, right? Yeah, and I think Mac Miller might have actually been in that 27 Club. Or he was.
I'm not sure his exact age, but he's probably pretty close.
He was really fucking close. He was, he might have been 26. But yeah, and then his girlfriend at the time, Ariana Grande, got huge after that, even more huge, the sacrificial stuff. But a lot of these people die from cardiac arrest, and the difference between like Kurt Cobain, and I don't think Kurt Cobain was, I wonder if I could dig it up, but a lot of these celebs that die in mysterious ways. But every single one that starts talking about elites and how they're controlling and how they're gonna kill them and how they have these horrible plans die from a heart attack, right? And that's why I brought up that heart attack gun, whether it was drugs or not. So I'm gonna tell you guys about somebody from the past. His name is William James Guy Carr, and he was born June 2nd, 1895, and he died October 2nd, 1959. He was an English-born Canadian naval officer, author, conspiracy theorist, and he was at one time accused of being anti-Semite. Now, I want you to pay attention to that because that's exactly what they are doing to Nicki Minaj, right? Character destruction. And this is why. So he came to notice, he started writing about military experiences he was in, and he was later known for writing about a vast conspiracy which he allegedly uncovered by himself. He was described as the most influential source of creating the American Illuminati demonology by American folklorist Bill Ellis. One of Carr's most lasting contributions to modern conspiracy theories was his discussion of an alleged plan for 3 world wars, often referred to as 3WW, which he believed was developed by Confederate general and a Masonic scholar, Albert Pike. His books often discuss the Luciferian conspiracy by what he called the World Revolutionary Movement, but he later attributed the conspiracy more specifically to the Synagogue of Satan. The term was not a reference to Judaism. Carr officially wrote, "I wish to make it clear and empathetically known that I do not believe the Synagogue of Satan is Jewish." So that's where they went and started calling him anti-Semite. And it's back then, especially, that was a character destroyer. And he officially died in Ontario in circumstances that are still a mystery. So I got my money on it was a heart attack or 2 bullets to the back of the head and he committed suicide, right? Something like that. And this rolls into another character I want to tell you about that comes after this, who gets his inspiration from this guy. And his name is, and I'm going to butcher the shit out of this, it's Sergei Monast. Sergei Monast. It's spelled Sergei Monast, but it's Sergei Monast. And he was born in 1945 and died December 5th, 1996 in Montreal, Quebec. In the 1970s and 80s, he was a journalist, poet, essayist, and an active member of the Social Credit Party of Canada. In the early 1990s, he started writing on the theme of the New World Order and conspiracies hatched by secret societies. So this is like the guy of the other guy that I just told you about that started officially writing about the New World Order. In 1995, he published his most detailed work. It's called, I'm going to butcher this too, Les Protocoles de Toronto 6.6.6, modeled upon the protocols of the Elders of Zion, wherein he said a Masonic group called 666 had for 20 years been gathering the world's popular to establish the New World Order and control the minds of individuals. By 1995 and 1996, Monast said he was being hunted by the police and other authorities of involvement in quote-unquote networks of prohibited information. So this guy was like being followed and tracked by officials after he started talking about this. They started hunting him down. Weird shit started happening to the point he like homeschooled his kids, and to the point they were after him so bad, and this was, quite a while ago, that they ended up taking his kids away and made them wards of the state in September of 1996, in quotes, so they would receive a public education, even though it's not illegal to educate your kids at home, right? Yeah. But they were attacking him. They wanted this guy to shut the hell up. Here's the kicker, bro. Here's the kicker. He died of a heart attack in his home in December of 1996 at the age of 51, the day after being arrested and spending a night in jail. Shit. His followers claim that his death was suspicious as fuck, suggesting he was assassinated by psychotronic weapons to keep him from continuing his investigations, and that Jerry Fletcher, the Mel Gibson character in the 1997 film The Conspiracy Theory, was modeled after him.
Damn, dude.
Weird, right?
That
and
is,
there's so many people that went against the grain of the government that used to be in the military or weren't so high up they could fabricate it that they died of heart attacks. So did the guy that created that movie Eyes Wide Shut. He started arguing with the Warner Bros. Owners about the last 15 or 20 minutes of the movie that was never put into it. Allegedly is about them interviewing elites that pretty much start snitching on each other about how this works. And he argued with them and went back home to his home and miraculously just died of a heart attack. So this guy, I know, isn't it crazy?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like, I mean, I know, like if it was me, or and like this, something's up, something's wrong. Like, do you take this on alone by yourself, or do you fucking try and play it smart, gather a group of fucking like-minded individuals and attack this thing together?
Right.
Like, I would not try and fucking, I mean, you gotta respect that, because they're fighting for what they think is right, which they are, but you're also putting yourself and your family at risk.
Exactly. And that's where they get them, is if they have a family. I think that's where they get them.
It's the only weakness, right?
Creating a group of people to go against the grain. But back then, I mean, this guy was seen as a psychopath. I mean, that was in 1994 or around 1990s. I mean, this guy was pretty old by then. Older, Half-Life. But so this all leads to what I want to point the actual topic of the discussion that I brought to the table today, which is this guy's super famous for something, and this is what he's famous for. So in 1994, he published a book in which he detailed his own claim that NASA, with the help of the United Nations, was attempting to implement a New Age religion with the Antichrist as its head, and with it start a new world order via a technological simulated second coming of Christ. This book was called, infamously, Project fucking Bluebeam.
Bluebeam. Holy fuck.
So I want to point this out for those that don't know exactly what it is. And Project Bluebeam, it's not a big deep dive because it's not that it's got so many point factors of what it is. It's literally written out and there's a whole book written on this, but to sum it up, it's a conspiracy theory about a project from, these dark, creepy, underground elitist cults whose purpose is to create an artificial second coming using some sort of virtual technology like projection or
holograms maybe, or drones. You ever watch?
Exactly.
Do you ever watch fucking Spider-Man? The latest one?
Yeah.
Fucking
perfect
dude.
Example,
on
bro.
point, dude. On fucking point.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
That was a good one. And especially with all the NFL stuff now they're coming out with
yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. They even did that hologram of Tupac years ago. When he came on stage and started rapping and all that good stuff. It's they got the technology, and I wanted to point out the dates with the heart attack gun was that it came out 25 years almost. They talked about it 20 years before this guy was even writing this book. And the other guy before that. Yeah, and the idea behind it is the government has at least 50 years on the technology that they're even going to let you know about. So they could have had this gun for 100 years,
Dude, that thing must be perfected by now.
Which means they had it before then, and which means they could have got the first guy with it as well. I could not find that first guy's death anywhere. It was just under unknown weird way he died, but I could not find it on the internet. I didn't spend a whole lot of time digging, but I dug for a good 25 minutes looking for this guy's death, and I could not find what killed that first guy.
That's crazy, dude.
Other than that, it was suspicious. It was written as a suspicious death.
Suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Conspicuous.
Conspicuous. Exactly. It's a conspicuous death.
Dude.
So the Project Bluebeam is ultimately, it's just created in order to get control over the masses as one. So its ideas is to abolish all Christianity and traditional religions, thereby for replacing them with a one world religion based on a cult of man, which could be broken down into many different theories. To abolish all national identities and national pride. So like your government, who, you know, you believe in the United States, you love your country, to get rid of all of that and have just a one world pride. To abolish the family as it's known today, which they seem to be doing today. And when you're looking around, they're trying to get rid of the nuclear family. It's good that the dad doesn't stay and the mom lets her kids hand over to the state. And it's all in order to replace with individuals all working for the glory of the new one world government. So it's slaves. It's slavery is what it is. And the guy uncovered that he believed it was NASA, which I'm about to tell you some interesting things about NASA that sparked my interest, which NASA stands for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, or it could stand for the Nazi Aeronautics and Space Administration, which that's
or
funny,
National
right?
Anal Sex Association.
National Anal Sex Association. Either or. I'm going with Nazi because listen to this. So NASA was created in July 29th of 1958 in the United States, correct? July 29th, 1958. That's the one. 1958. Project Paperclip was over and done with July 20th, 1945. We had all of the Nazi scientists already here before NASA even... NASA. That's what I'm going to call it now. NASA.
The nuts.
The nuts.
Dude, we're coming up with all kinds of new shit today. Fucking.
There's so many words coming out of my mouth that are sticking together perfectly. This is ridiculous. But yeah, NASA was created way after, and we got those scientists because they were...
Yeah, we brought them over.
Yeah, well, they brought them over because of the aircraft that they were creating specifically. Yeah. I mean, allegedly, one of the guys' son was told his grandpa or his dad told the son, and he came out and he's famous for this, and he said that they had saucers back then. They just weren't finished. They were not able to like perform correctly. They kept crashing them, and that's what Roswell could have actually been. And that if they would have perfected these aircraft, that they would have won World War II.
Jeez,
that we would be ran by Nazis today. But it's just coincidence, right? After all the shit, coincidence that NASA's created. I mean, after we brought in all the fucking Nazi scientists that worked on space and air traffic related designs and ideas, and we're actually creating. We didn't just take them because they wrote a bunch of pictures and books and we're like, this is what could possibly be true. No, they were creating this technology. So that's why we got them. We did it. Russia did it. I mean, China did it. Every country that could get their fucking hands on a Nazi scientist was literally getting their hands on a Nazi scientist. And we got a lot of them. And then we created NASA. So don't try to, and then also the NASA logos, they all have some sort of like Illuminati like representation of Saturn, which is a symbol of satanic worship that's still used today in thousands of elite owned products that you'll see all over the place. If you like really look around, you'll see that there is the sign of Saturn, and that is the representation of religious beliefs associated with the devil or Lucifer. And it goes back to this cult, everything they do, it has to do with Saturn. So NASA
you got I'm looking at it right now. You got that ring going around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and then there's another one that I saw where it was like a planet with a ring going around it. It's Saturn, and they know what it is, and it's just an inconspicuous form of what they really
symbolism.
are. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just interesting how that place has worked and what's been going on with that. So I thought I'd bring that to you guys. Project Bluebeam, how they're eliminating people, and have been forever, that start talking about it or is messing up the plan, how they could possibly be doing it, and how it's linked to Nazis and NASA. There, so.
Yeah, that Nazi and that the Nazi. That shit makes sense.
It is the Nazis.
The Nazis, man. They fucking, that shit makes a lot of sense.
Right.
Oh gosh.
Because I don't think they work in just outer space and stuff. I think they probably work a lot underground as well. But yeah, crazy.
Underground, dude. Yep. So speaking of the underground, the underground is, I don't think a lot of people realize that a lot of that shit could be happening. I mean, everybody thinks it's up there, but it could be right underneath us, dude. And we don't even fucking know, we don't even realize what crazy shit's going down is just right underneath our feet.
I'm a firm believer in, I'm a firm believer in that most of the aliens, if they are, most of them aren't coming from space, or if they did come from space, they've been here for a long time.
Yeah.
And they do, in fact, live underground. And we have our own underground bases, but certain, what are those people called that call out the government? What are those, or call out people? Whistleblowers have came out and talked about, our underground bases are even underneath our underground bases where aliens live. And you see the UFOs coming out of the water, how they'll disappear inside of mountains.
Yeah. That's what I was going to bring up too, is that like the David Fravor thing, like I brought up before, you see a lot of activity like in waterways, and they'll see like these crafts like land right on top of the water and have something under the water interacting with it, or like people claim that they've actually seen crafts go from air to water and vice versa.
Yeah, there's a lot of Navy ships claim to see stuff coming straight out of the water.
Right.
Yeah.
Why is the
It's a
Navy
fucking trip, dude.
the only one reporting it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a fucking trip.
I always thought too that, like, if you're talking about either the Tic Tac, which is like the cigar shaped UFO, it's shaped like a pill or a turd, both of which go into tunnels, whether your throat or your intestines. And then the UFO, the saucer, the disc, that would be perfectly if it went straight in to fly through a hole, right? I always thought about that too. Like, those look like high-speed tunnel traversing ships is what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
It's weird. But you got to look at it differently than, how everyone else wants to look at it. The more you dig, the more shit just seems to be like, there's got to be some more simpler way to describe this, or a reason to this, that because we're supposed to think they're flying here in these uncomfortably small ships, by the way, when you look at them. Most of them are not giant, they are tiny.
I don't know why they would be manned by anything. I think they'd be smart enough to definitely send something out that isn't manned.
Right. That is
true. That is true.
I want it. Like, if I had the technology, why would you even chance it?
Right. Especially when they have like recordings of these things crashing. Is that a super race of intelligent beings that are way surpassed us crashing their aircraft in front of us, or is that technological problems?
Yeah.
And they do say that the little grays seem to be robotic, and those seem to be the only bodies they found is of the little grays, and they seem more created silicone bodies, not actual living beings, and they like stand there and act weird like robots or something along the lines of that. But
jeez,
I thought it was very appropriate to bring up Project Bluebeam with all this alien UFO stuff coming out from the government that they're releasing, and we don't know what it is. You've been playing with it for 100 years. You know what I mean? Like, you know what it is. The first ever reported UFO or alien thing was back in like 1906 in New Mexico. And these like cowboys or something were chasing down these Mexican bandits. They might all have been Mexicans, but it was cowboys chasing like some bad guys. And they chased them into a tunnel. And when they got in the tunnel, they described them as these gray-skinned demons, and there was a craft inside of this cave tunnel thing inside of a mountain. That was in like 1906 or something. It was around those years. Isn't that crazy?
Probably goes back. Yeah, it has to go back farther, dude. I mean, you got these old ass paintings.
Oh yeah,
the UFOs in the back.
Times.
Yeah,
that's the first reported for the United States, though.
The United States is the first report. Damn.
Yep. That's
it's common.
Mainstream thing. But yeah, so the idea is once your government, your controlling dictatorship Nazi Illuminati shadow cult government starts telling you, oh yeah, we are totally seeing aliens now. After years and years and years and years of shutting people up and disappearing people, suiciding people, heart attacking people, which is now a new thing I'm going to start saying is heart attacking people, or just calling them conspiracy theorists and trying to make them just shut up, and with also character destruction, as we're seeing with Nicki Minaj right now. And they also did it with Michael Jackson before they ultimately heart attacked him, is that this is an agenda. It's quite an obvious agenda. They are not telling us the truth about anything. 3% of everything they're ever going to tell you is the truth. 0% of what they're telling us about aliens and UFOs is the truth. So what is going on here, boys? What are they preparing for? Because if I wake up one morning and I see a bunch of UFOs outside and they're like, it's the aliens, they're coming to kill us, we got to work together, we got to make this national new law that's never been before, where we're all controlled by the UN. I know that's either a hologram or that's our own country's vehicles floating in the air.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's all going to be a fucking setup for sure. It's not going to be like Battle LA or anything.
And I think a lot of people need to get that, because these alien, it's like a cult, the alien pushers, those conspiracy theorists. They're just, I mean, which I think I know a lot about aliens, and I'm one of those people that I'm like, pretty much anything can be real. I mean, look around, like, how are you real, you know? And I think that anything that you've ever heard comes from something of some sort of real, or, you know, and whether it was made up or not, you know, it could still be there. But they need to realize, like, when these aliens or these UFOs start coming down, that's not aliens, and they better not get on their knees and start praising to some lizard people. You know what I mean? Like,
not the lizards.
This is a long plan coming. But
you think there are any real ones, or do you think they're all?
I do. I actually do believe in it entirely. Mostly all of it. Not to the point like I'd fight somebody over it. You know what I mean? Yeah. but I do. I believe that in that one guy's story that was oh shit, he worked with rocks or whatever, and he helped the government drill underground bases, but they had this technology. It was a laser that would, you know, coat the ceiling around them with this weird coating, because it would literally melt the shit inside through a hole, shoot the shit out the back, and then the rest would put up this powdered layer, so they didn't have to put up like concrete or bricks or nothing. And this is technology they don't even admit we have today, but this was years ago. Well, and then his story about him going underground and stuff and seeing those grays and getting attacked. I saw this guy's hand melted. I saw the melting on his chest. I saw how fucked up this guy was. And I saw how he got suicided a couple days after his last thing, and said, I've been attacked like 50 fucking times this month. I got shot. I've been stabbed. I've been fucking, you know, they tried poisoning him. When people start trying to shut people up that bad to the point it's like, why is no one fucking investigating? Why is nothing being found? Who the hell really wants to kill this guy this much? You know what I mean? When it's people in suits coming out of FBI fucking marked cars or unmarked cars, you know, there's something going on there. And I believe that there's shit walking around us that isn't human. I'm not saying it's bad, but to think that we are the only living beings, for one, in the entire universe is stupid. But to think that we were the first ones on this planet, I think is also stupid. Especially when you look around and how everything seems to be genetically not unique, but genetically connected in some sort of way, where they can make it seem as though evolution is real. You know what I mean? But I don't think we fit in that evolutionary chain when it comes to this stuff entirely. And I don't know. Look at the technology. I mean, we went from rotary phones to cell phones in how many years? Or to computers? I don't believe that somebody actually just sat down and really came up with that shit out of nothing. You know what I mean? And there's some smart people out there. But to even conceive the idea of this shit back then was impossible.
No fucking way. I think they're slowly giving us, better technology as the years go by. You're like, here you go. You can, all right, you guys are ready for this next step. Here you go.
Right. or
Here's,
where they want to move us to, because now they can hack
Yeah.
and track and tag in. They couldn't do that before.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, people were. I love listening to like the serial killer stories or the murder stories back, but they always say they're like, well, you know, DNA technology, it wasn't what it was back then. And I'm like, those are always the good stories. You know what I mean? Because like nowadays it's like, fuck, we found this pubic hair from 30 years ago and now we got the guy, you know? And I'm like, fuck you. That's cheating. That's not how this works. You piece of shit. You got that technology from aliens. You didn't come up with that. That pubic hair is 30 years old, you asshole.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Catch him the right way, you jackass.
Exactly, dude. Like, what do you think? Like cryptos,
Mhm.
blockchain. Where the fuck did that come
Right?
from? All of a sudden,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Like, no fucking way. I
No
don't
way.
care how smart you look at fucking Elon Musk. He's probably an alien, or I don't know. Fuck, maybe him or
Oh,
whoever.
he definitely an alien, but
Dude,
he ain't as smart as he plays to be. He's just rich.
Yeah,
He pays
Yeah,
everyone to do all the shit.
yeah, but they're getting their technology from. It has to be from somewhere else, dude.
Probably from the fucking emerald mines his parents owned. They dug enough emeralds out, slaved enough fucking people to fucking dig it out. They ended up running into aliens. Who knows, man? I mean, you see
It
some
has
of
to
them. It's coming out, but
Yep, it's coming. But I guess what you're saying is whatever they show us is probably controlled. It's not going to be
yes,
whatever comes out will be from them.
150%.
Yeah, it will be from our own government or controlled. It's not going to be like some fucking organic or some alien species that comes out of the fucking ground. It's probably going to be controlled.
What do you think Area 51 or Invade Area 51 was right before the pandemic? It was a test to see how people react to authority when it comes to the unknown or something they believe in that's conspiracy. They know it's all fucking real. The government does, but they're seeing how the people would actually react. It was created by the government. The whole thing was started and finished by the government to see how many people would show up if they'd actually attack government, you know what I mean? Regulated facilities, secret bases, for one. And people showed up and had a fucking Burning Man concert. You know what I mean? Like, it was not what it was supposed to be. But it was a test, and it's just like the AIs that's can mathematically do all this shit and figure out stuff about you. And, you know, there's some things on Amazon where they will start shipping the shit out before you even hit purchase because the AI knows you're about to buy it. It's not because you've been buying it. Yes. You haven't heard about that?
No, fuck no.
About that all the time, man. Yeah. They will literally have that shit box with your fucking name and tag on it, getting ready to send it out, right?
No wonder some shit comes so quick.
Humans are very predictable fucking things.
Yeah.
And when you have technology that's AI, which is probably also, well, my idea on AI is that it's actual like demons. I actually thought of that was that demons, like not the fallen angels, but the demons after that created by Lucifer were just came out of nothing. And they are exactly the same definition of artificial intelligence or like robots, which is it has no soul, but it has this computing process in it that goes through this. And people, that's why people have created apps and shit where like they start being weird. And they found AI talking to itself a couple years ago in a language they couldn't understand, but they were talking to itself. Like, and yeah, my idea is that it's breaking through the dimensions. It's like a Ouija board.
Okay. Let me explain to you how well our technology is secured. They just recently had people complaining that their baby monitors were speaking to them, and they have literally caught people hacking people's VPNs and listening and watching their babies sleep, and people were literally communicating,
talking to little kids
through the
and
fucking.
Shit. I saw that. Yeah.
And anybody can do that with just a little bit of money or a little bit of know-how online. You can communicate with your fucking kids, know your address, probably know exactly where they're at in your fucking house.
They were saying fucked up shit to like a little girl or some shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what's fucked up with the world today. is shit like that. Yeah.
That's scary, man. That is fucking scary.
And that's just, think of it, that's just everyday people can just get on the computer and know how to do that. Like,
That's
could you
an
imagine
average
hack
Joe
from us?
that took a few extra hours to teach himself how to fucking do it and did
that
it.
looked up a YouTube channel or looked up the YouTube video,
Right,
or looked up a
exactly.
wiki page.
He could be in a different country, he could be halfway across the country, he could be a next door fucking neighbor. That's how he got the IP.
Exactly.
I mean, that's creepy because if you got your
That
IP,
is fucking weird,
dude.
Yeah, I've seen some videos where, I mean, they.
Oops, sorry, Brandon, I muted you. I didn't mean to. I muted myself.
You're fine, man.
I seen this video of a guy trying to hack for good. I don't know if it's like fucking set up or what, but they hack onto somebody's Alexa and like, hey man, I found somebody hacking into your shit, just letting you know, just change your passwords. Do you guys see videos like that? I've seen a couple videos like that where the hacker is like actually trying to hack in and warn somebody that their shit is being hacked.
Oh, I have not
or
seen
compromised.
Actually,
Yeah.
I don't want to make it too personal and say who it is, but I know somebody like close to me that has,
done that?
they're like in a relationship with somebody who's super fucking crazy, and they
Oh, shit.
literally have like hacking shit like that to like make it so he can listen to her conversations and get all of her text messages and her emails
That's fucking
and all
crazy.
of that shit just
Damn, that's
through
psycho.
like a fucking like a something online. He literally has bugged her house. Like, I know it sounds crazy and shit like that, but like this guy is fucking nuts, just like high on meth, super crazy, like literally like I know exactly who's at your house, like can name who's at her house, and he's not like, they have like a no contact order at all,
That's
can't even be around
fucking
each other. He's
crazy.
like not even in the same town, and he like knows exactly what's going on, knows who she called, knows what she said, will like just like bring like little hints up that she like talked to people about, like in private, not even on the phone. Like, he has my house app, like I wasn't even on the phone when I said that, he knows what I said, like, and it's just like little things you can buy online.
We need
Just
a
drill a
yeah.
hole into somebody's wall and put it in
We
somebody's
need a
wall.
fucking. We need a
plaster it up,
reset,
call it
dude.
good.
Oh, they got
Need a
those
reset.
fucking phone chargers now too with cameras in them. The bricks. So you just plug the fucking brick in. You don't even have to have the charger cord. And it's a fucking camera and audio.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, like, that's a good idea, but like, that's fucking crazy because who the fuck thinks that? I've seen videos where they're like showing you to put a flashlight on it. If you see blue, then it's a camera, but that's creepy.
Who looks through like the like, you know, the permission shit that they always ask you, like, hey, does this app have your permission for audio, blah blah blah. Who actually like reads through the fine print in those, and like who knows what you're agreeing to?
I don't know, but
Like,
whoever
they may
does
all look
is a
alike, but
fucking
like
serial killer.
guarantee some of those are guaranteed some of those are fucked up, like what you're agreeing to and don't even know about it. It's like, they go through fucking 75 of these every time they set up a new phone. They're not going to read about it. This one was just a little bit different.
Exactly.
One of these days they're going to be like, if you agree to this Apple update, we get full control of your children, and we will be there in the next 24 hours to collect them. And we're going to be like, fuck, I want this update. Not really, but I want my phone.
Nobody-
to stop
yeah.
You
fucking
electronically signed it. You know, it's an electronic signature. It's just as good as
Yeah,
you were to
you
sign
don't
it
even
any
know.
other way. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, we own your third born. You know, so you don't even know. Like, what the fuck? Nobody even reads. You don't even know. Oh,
I thought
dude.
about that too with that shit. Oh fuck, man. Yeah, fuck them. The electronic signature. I've always been like, how do you know it's me, bitch? You know what I mean? I'm like, if I even signed shit, fucking wrote out all the information, and like they ended up screwing me, I'd just be like, that wasn't me. And they're like, well, you electronically signed that, and I'm like, oh, what does it take to electronically sign something?
Yeah. I clicked the
Exactly.
button.
Just hide the camera and then films your face and just fucking. You can't prove it. Sorry.
Did you get my fingerprint too? Was it a over the computer fingerprint? You know.
Yeah.
Fuck. God. Security's doggy poo poo. But not with the government. It's not. And they keep saying, you know, we're being hacked. We ain't being fucking hacked. If Anonymous can fucking do what they do to governmental websites and all over the world, there ain't no way. You know what I mean? Because as soon as they find out who those people are, they buy them up and hire them, you know? That's how hackers get jobs. They're either like going to jail for 35 fucking years, or you're going to come work for us and make $1 million a year. And they're like, well, I wouldn't last in jail. But yeah. Darren, did you have something for us this evening?
Did
you want to go for it?
Yeah, let's go for it, dude. So I want to touch on, I guess we'll keep it with, I mean, it kind of flows a little bit. It's about aliens. So we almost kind of went right in. We got off track a little bit, but I was going to just freaking segue right into this. So this one thing that I really fucking dig, is about aliens on the ground. So this is from Facts by Facts by, was it Bo Hunt? Facts, you know that guy on YouTube? Is it Facts by Bo Hunt? What is it? What is this thing called? I want to get it right, so if people want to look him up.
Facts by
How to Hunt.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Steve, yeah, Facts by How to Hunt. I always put in How to Hunt, but it's Facts. Yeah, by How to
Facts
Hunt.
by How to Hunt or something like that, right?
So many of them. Oh, he's amazing.
Dude, that guy is
He's a
insane,
hero.
dude. Yeah,
hero.
like I mean, he gets all these damn emails from random people around the world, and it all matches up. Well, you know, I mean, it's similar, you know. So there's one email that he got. It was about an angelic civilization, talking about how it all works. Supposedly, he was an angel that sent. I mean, kids, stay with it. It's far out there, but I kind of like this theory. If it's a theory or if it's real or not. But so he emails this guy, Steve, talking about how it all works. So Steve's YouTube is about Bigfoot mostly, so Sasquatch is what he always talks about. So what this guy emailed him was talking about, so Sasquatch and Bigfoot is like the Nephilim from the past, and is 1 out of 4 humans that exist today. So number 1 is us, the humans. 2 is the Sasquatch. 3 is the red hair giants. 4 is the Bajekifsanes. That's how you say it. So that's a small grays. So his thing was that the Sasquatch are basically slaves. It's called the Zetas, I think. Sorry, I'm kind of going off of I don't have too much strong notes on this, but I'm going off of memory. But so the Zetas are these extraterrestrials that they abduct Sasquatch and the Bajekifsanes, these small grays, and they keep them underground as slaves. So the Zetas live underground. You have underground cities like we were talking about earlier. They took the Sasquatch with them. Underground due to the expanding population of the humans. So it's 6,000 years ago, I think this guy said. So they're saying all religion was written by these Zetas. So they're originally spider-like insects. I know it sounds like a fucking movie, but when this guy was going off on this, talking about how this all works, it was blowing my mind. So the Sasquatch are supposedly as human as you and I. They were here there's over 9 million of the Sasquatch today, including the red-haired giants. Let's see what we got here. So for the Sasquatch, they made them the perfect slave by switching a genetic switch. So okay. So I'm jumping around because there's so much. He went through this email, and there was so much fucking information that I couldn't even. It was fucking insane. So there's another fifth dimensional beings in space called the Palladians. The Palladians turned off that switch, like I was talking about, the genetic switch. The Zetas turned it back on. So turning back on that switch for the Sasquatch made them grow hair. So we all can grow hair like that, supposedly. But they turned it back on for the Sasquatch. So they can grow hair. They don't need so the Zetas didn't need to clothe them. They don't need to shoe them. They're just like the perfect fucking slaves. Let's see what else we got here. The Sasquatch. So as of today, though, the Sasquatch have been above ground for 4.5 years. They're all coming. So the crazy thing is they're all coming. More sightings are being seen in the past 4.5 years because the underground is about to collapse. Because our real parents, supposedly the Palladians, are causing all these earthquakes around the world targeting high frequency bursts from space to destroy this civilization underground. The Zetas. and they're trying to get they're trying to make their way back to Earth. But yeah, I don't know, man. You can jump in on that. I'm pretty sure you're the one who sent this to me.
Yeah,
So
that one blew my fucking mind, and that's
Dude.
why I believe in like all this alien shit. Because Steve, like for everyone out there that doesn't know, he's not like some crazy fucking dude that talks about Sasquatch. I mean, the thing about Sasquatch is there is hundreds of thousands of reports of this, personal reports. It's not by crazy fucking people. It seems like everyone but me has a fucking story, and I'm kind of upset about it. But it's absolutely insane. And what Jaron is saying is that these aliens can literally, with a switch, which I'm guessing my idea of it would be with frequencies, to be able to switch on certain types of genetics because they were created. And like he said, they were the Nephilim, of fallen angels, the children of them. And that goes back into the story of Noah. The reason that God flooded the earth, and this is true in the fucking Bible, is because Lucifer didn't give Eve an apple, he fucked her. And the whole story is that her firstborn child was Cain, and the second one was Abel. And if you know anything about how the body works, is that the woman, when she gets pregnant from the man, his DNA lives in her for only a certain amount of time. So by the time she had the second child, the good child, the Lucifer's DNA was out of her, so it was an actual human. And the first one was the asshole human that ended up killing his fucking brother. But then it goes down from that because he ends up having wives and children, and Noah on his ark took his sons, I don't know if it was 2 or 3, I can't remember, and their wives. Well, 2 of the wives still had the DNA of the Nephilim inside of them, the DNA in it. So when they ended up having babies, it created things like the Sasquatch, right? Which who knows what humans looked like back then. So that's why God flooded the earth, was because so many of God's creation was tainted, allegedly, by Lucifer creating the Nephilim. So he flooded fucking everything, but some of them survived. And then I actually don't know if some were born, slipped through the cracks.
Well, they actually have like the Gigantopithecus. Isn't that pretty much a Sasquatch that was proven back in the day? I'm not saying like in modern existence, but like I'm not saying they are or aren't, existing today, but they already have like accounts of when they did exist. So it's not a matter of like if they did, it's when they did, or if they still are.
Well, there is giants and there is Sasquatch, which it's a fine line, but they are two different things. The Sasquatch have the ability of going invisible. And this has been recorded tons of times. That's why everyone's like, well, why haven't you found it? It's a monkey in the woods. It's not a monkey in the woods. Their DNA has been sent thousands of times for DNA recognition. It comes back like 90% human and 10% something fucking else. And they don't know what it is, but 90% human. So it goes with that. But they can, there's this nuclear guy. Oh, it's crazy. So anyway, they can go invisible somehow. And allegedly, we've all had these abilities in previous years, in like 1,000 years ago or hundreds of years ago. But our government, with the use of fluoride, the shit they put in the air, the shit they put in our food and our clothes and our water, and everything that we use today has dumbed down and controlled our pineal glands and ultimately conformed and over generations, taken away our ability to have these experiences. But Sasquatch is very known to speaking to people in their head. When they speak, they don't speak to you with their mouths, they speak to you in your head. And so Steve will go out there and he tells everyone, you go out there and you go, I know you're fucking out here. I'm just doing this. I don't want nothing to do with you. And if you hear tree knocks and shit, you don't go out there whooping and shit, because he likes to point out that if they want you dead, you're fucking dead. But this story really that you're talking about, Jaron, this story really fucking clicked. And it just went smooth. I mean, anyone could really try to create this crazy story, but he brought it apart as if every single fucking word out of that dude's mouth clicked to the next chain. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, oh, well, that doesn't make sense, or that's weird.
Yeah, it was perfect, dude. I mean, like, I probably butchered it, but if we could I don't know if you could find it, send the link out or something. Put the link on the
it's gonna
at
be
the
a hard deep
description.
dive.
It is. I mean,
Everyone
Yeah, I'll
wants
check it
again.
out for sure. I haven't
Dude,
heard
it
shit
was-
about most of the
it was
guys
like-
stuff you guys are talking
yeah.
about. So yeah, send it on
it
over.
was fucking, dude. It was insane, dude. Yeah, the way he read the email that guy sent him,
Yeah,
or that
Brandon.
angel sent him, it was like perfect.
It's fucking. It's called. It's Steve with on YouTube. It's How to Hunt, but it's fuck. I don't have my phone. It's How to Hunt. Is how I find it. But he's like a lifelong guide, like hunting guide that goes all over the fucking place, and he is a straight up no bullshit bad motherfucker, and he doesn't give a fuck.
I'm in the middle of like supposed like the most sightings in like the Northwest. The Pacific Northwest is like where they have a shit ton of sightings at.
And you also got fucking cattle mutilations that don't happen until like 8 states over, dude. That's wild.
That's happened like right next to my house. I live right by the Elliott's Ranch. I go up there.
Oh no shit.
These guys are like old. Yeah, these guys are like old school, hardcore Republican, like straight, narrow people.
Yeah.
And I've sat at their
bullshit.
table. These guys are like in their 80s. You know what I mean? Like I've sat with them. And they've talked to me about it and told me that they've never seen anything like it before. They said there's no blood.
Mm-hmm.
He said everything looks like everything was done like with like a razor blade or something extremely sharp. And they like can't fucking. They said that they've been like tearing shit apart. They're old cowboys, you know what I mean? Like they butchered everything.
Yeah.
They said that they couldn't do what they've seen.
And it's not making them any money.
Of the meat, they said all the meat was carved off of their head, and their head was like on one side was completely bare, and it looked like there was no tears. There was like nothing at all, and it's not easy to like take apart a cow's fucking head. Like there's a lot of muscle tissue and shit.
I just fucking muted you again. I don't know what my problem is with clicking on the middle one. I don't know what it is.
I don't know how long you had me muted for.
Just half a second. It just literally, as soon as I said it. So it's thefactsbyhowtohunt.com, but it's thefactsbyhowtohunt. I don't know why he has .com. He's older. I mean, this guy's country as fuck too. And I mean, he had his own experiences, like multiple ones, and he's always out in the woods, not just in the woods, like, regular hunters. He will go like fucking 20 fucking something miles in the middle of fucking nowhere. And
I'll ask Bill and Keith Elliott about all that. See if they have any pictures or anything. I'll try to get them.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, you look up now. You look up cattle mutilations, and it's actually one of the first ones that pops up. It's very interesting, and then it goes into like the satanic cult is doing it. But do you really think like? I mean, I guess if it is Illuminati satanic cult, why the fuck would they go out there? But I guess out there is actually a secret kind of like rich ass giant fucking place that elites actually do go to. Like, there is a place out there somewhere out there, which is funny because that's actually where my Freemason cave is that I plan on using for survival if it's empty.
Ooh.
What, out here in Grant County?
No, it's south in Burns in what's that county called?
I can't fucking remember. The one right next to Grant.
Right.
It's not Wheeler.
Harney.
That's the other way.
Is it Harney?
Harney. No.
Harney
No. I think Harney. Isn't Harney going towards Bend?
Prineville. That's Prineville. Oh, fuck. What is it? Anyway, but yeah, they got caves out there. I fucking, like, haven't been to them, but I've been right out there. And, like, there's always weird fucking people out there driving on those roads. There's always stories that people have of weird people going out there. And you can go to it, and it's big old fucking cave. That's beautiful, like perfect for survival. Next time
you're down here, man, I know where some caves are at, just 3-4 miles from the house, man. I know where probably 5 or 6 of them are at.
Dude, that's what I keep telling these guys in this group is 2 hours south of me. There is enough fucking caves, more fucking elk than man and deer.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's perfect survival area.
Everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, we have fucking bobcats and cougar. We have a healthy population of just about everything, man.
Everything.
We got turkey, we got fucking rabbits, we got all sorts of wildlife.
And not a lot of fucking people.
Not at all. We are the biggest landmass in all of Oregon in our county, and we have 5,000 people in the whole county. Not just the town, the whole county.
It's a fucking Twilight Zone back to the 1800s.
Yeah, it really is.
That's fucking cool. We're all fucking just packed into one little fucking rock over here. It's insane. It's too much shit, dude.
Yeah, that'd be hard to deal with, personally.
Yeah, I think we'll be fucked if shit went down. Yeah, we'd probably be screwed.
I hope you know how to fish and you like swimming.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to, man. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I've been trying to freaking get more into diving. I used to fish. I haven't fished in a long time.
Invest in a
hunting.
fucking spear gun, like an underwater spear gun or something.
Yeah. No, I just went out. We just went out spear fishing a few weeks ago. I'm not used to going out in the water. I'm more of a mountain guy. But we went out.
Oh, yeah.
I got fucking it was okay at first. I didn't have the right gear. But dude, I ended up getting seasick. I got fucking seasick. I was hanging on the buoy because I was kind of exhausted. So I was hanging on the buoy and I got seasick. And then, I just wanted to go in. And then the friend that I went with, he kind of just fucking left me on a buoy with a.
Oh, that's not cool.
And I was like, dude, he's like, you'll be all right, don't worry. I bled the fish out. I was like, dude, I don't know if this is safe. Like, I'm out here just fucking floating around with this dead fish. I'm like a fucking beacon. I'm like bait, basically. So fine. And then the fucked up part is when I see him pop out of the water. It was me, him, and his cousin. I see him pop out of the water, and he makes this fucking universal shark signal. Right? He puts the fucking there's a shark box close by, and I see that. I'm like, oh fuck this shit, dude. I'm like fucking. I'm all seasick, hanging on. Like at this point, I'm like, fuck, whatever, dude. If it's my time, it's my time. Just fucking come get me. But he came back in. He lied to me. I was like, what the fuck just happened? He's like, oh no, nothing. We're just gonna go back in. I was like, you fucking liar. You fucking lied to me, man. So we went back in and he told me, he was like, oh yeah, there's a shark out there, by the way, but I didn't want to, I didn't want you to panic. And I was like, dude, I already fucking knew, dude. I fucking know what this signal is. You put your hand by your fucking forehead. That's a fucking shark. And then I ended up throwing up after, I got fucked up, dude. I got to go out again. But I need a rematch with the fucking with the sea because that thing got me. It fucked me up good.
How long have you lived there, Jared?
All my life, man. All my fucking life.
Oh shit, you're a damn city boy.
No, actually, I fucking lived everywhere. The fucking countryside, city, everything. But I'm more of a mountain guy, so I grew up riding dirt bikes.
Imagine living in fucking Hawaii from birth, dude. Fucking what?
I can't imagine that at all.
That's insane.
Yeah, I feel like a fucking hamster, dude. We're just driving around in circles. Bro, I'm like, oh, what do you want to do now? I'm fucking go in a circle again? Fucking, I don't know, dude. I mean,
go backwards next time.
Yeah, just try to go the other way. But it's funny though, we all complain about fuck, it takes 45 minutes to get here, but for you guys, it's 45 minutes is no big deal.
Yeah, I just went grocery shopping yesterday, and it took me about 12 hours round trip. So,
holy fuck.
Yeah, I live about 3 hours away, 3.5 hours away from where I go shopping at. And I had to get all my shit that, my cleaning supplies. I had to get shit for my snakes, all my mice and rats and shit. It's an ordeal. I have to just make one big trip every month or so.
You're on that fucking back road highway too, aren't you now? If you moved out there.
Oh yeah.
You're not in town anymore. Which in town isn't what you'd think, Jared. It's in town is it's just a town. You got to go to another town to get shit.
Fuck.
Yeah. Unless you want to spend $13 on a brick of cheese, man. It's fucking ridiculous here.
$13 on a fucking pack of eggs, motherfuckers. Oh,
fuck. That's how much it is.
Shit.
Our milk is $8.
That's crazy.
Oh shit, yeah, I couldn't imagine that. I'm bitching about the prices here in Hawaii. It's $4 where I'm at.
Sucks, dude. The average house right now is $1 million.
That's insane.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane. It's stupid.
I went shopping. You could get a good deal on a house. It's just no one in it for 8 years and it's dilapidated as fuck. But it's
it has to be fuck. Oh yeah, it has to be like almost breaking down.
I looked it up. I was seriously thinking about going to Hawaii. I was like,
Somebody had probably had to die in there. Like it has to be like really fucked up.
Oh, that's all good. You got to kick the needles to the side to get the door open.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Hawaii's I don't know, man. They call it, it's paradise and whatever, blah blah blah. But
it's beautiful as fuck, but you definitely have
the price to pay, man. It's a fucking price to pay.
Yeah, I should just drag.
I'd rather go to Cuba.
Cuba.
Yeah, it's way cheaper.
Well, I don't know. I'd buy an island like Epstein and just fucking. I wouldn't.
You want to go to Epstein Island?
No, not that one. That one's.
Buy his.
I don't trust that one. I'd get like a different island, and I'd raise like something on it, like llamas or some shit. I bet llama tastes really fucking good. I was gonna say
10-year-olds like Epstein.
No, not 10-year-olds or clones like Epstein. Yeah, I don't want to do pigs because I realize like in 3 days they grow horns and start eating flesh. So I'm like, fuck that.
Oh, dude, I don't trust pigs, dude.
Yeah, they get a little mean pretty quick.
I'd probably raise horses. I really want to try horse meat. Everyone out here like getting ready to butcher cows when shit goes to shit and start eating that.
Horses are assholes, but I would eat one.
I think that a horse is a delicacy that is a hidden thing from man. I really do. Just look at a horse. Doesn't it look like it tastes better?
It looks like an elk, kind of. Like an elk are delicious. Like you can't say an elk isn't delicious.
But they're thicker with bigger muscles, Yeah, I think a horse would taste fucking good. I'm down.
Yeah.
Like a clown for that. People would be like, "Oh, what happened to my other horse that I'm gonna ride to safety?" I'm like, I don't know, bro.
I don't know. It's like frowned upon. You one of those, Can't fucking people see horses as pets basically. They can be like, probably fucking.
Not me, dude. They're assholes.
I don't like horses either. I don't like riding on anything that doesn't have a fucking stop. And everyone's like, "Oh, you can get it to stop." And I'm like, "Fuck you." If that horse has a bad day, fuck you.
They're like
that
cats.
Horse is not gonna stop. I'm like, the only way to stop a fucking horse is to pull a pistol out and shoot it behind the fucking ears. And then you're still not.
Nobody will get any of these references. But it's like they're like the size of Bob Sapp, like their legs. And they have like Mirko Crocrop head kicking ability with coffee cups with metal attached at the end. Like everything about horses just tells me, I don't think I want to be around them. Like they just fucking kick you one time and kill your ass, man. Like, no, thank you.
You're dead. They'll kick another horse.
I've been around them plenty. Like you know where I'm at. Like a lot of my family are affiliated with them, but like the person that I know that's the best with horses, my uncle, like grew up around horses, grew up on a dairy farm. I watched him get kicked in the fucking face when we were just at a branding and almost killed. Like, no, fuck horses.
He's lucky. I watched that video of that fucking female horse kicking that male horse just real quick in the back of the head when she hopped, and he drops down dead and shits all over the place. I'm like, fuck that.
Dude, they're so powerful.
I've been on like old horses that were like one or two old horses that were okay, but every single time I'm with somebody and they're like, "Get on the horse. He's nice. It's okay. It's just fine."
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, I respect them and shit, but
that
like I don't want to be around them. I know what they're capable of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they're capable of, and it's an animal. It's a domesticated animal, but still it's a wild fucking animal on the inside of its soul.
And they just have like one thing, like horses are like one of those things, like they're not all bothered by the same thing, but there's always one thing that bothers them. So it
they
can
have
be like
personalities.
Fine, 100 out of or 99 of 100 times it could be totally fine. It could be like that one time it sees a stick and thinks it's a snake and freaks the fuck out.
Right, throws your ass off, jumps backwards. Yeah, fuck that. I don't know. Mad respect to people that ride horses. Horses are a beautiful animal, but it is definitely
all the respect in the world that for people that can do that, because I can't.
I'm more like a four-wheeler.
No, thank you.
Four-wheeler.
Dogs. I'm good with dogs. I love to train dogs, but horses, no.
I won't ride on a dog though. You know what I mean? Like...
No.
Fuck,
I'll hook him up to a sled, but that's even different. Like, your brakes are your legs. Just hold them out and fucking, or jump off. But fuck a horse.
Oh shit. Yeah, we have four-wheelers and shit now. Like, I know horses can probably get a lot of places they can't, but at the same time, I don't know, man. If I'm gonna have an asshole animal, I might as well have a mule or something.
Yeah, something fucking slower and yeah, right.
No,
That's why they ride camels out there. Fuckers go slower,
There you
but
go.
they go forever.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't think a camel's ever fucking kicked the shit out of anybody. I don't know.
yeah, camels seem a lot more.
I watched a camel spit
Docile.
right in the middle of somebody's face once, and it's like the thickest, nastiest. It's like skull chew spit. They just sit there and chew. I don't know what the fuck it is. Is it their cut? I don't know. I know cows have it, but I don't know if camels do. But they just sit there and chew shit all the time. Just the fucking nastiest, thickest spit I've ever seen in my life.
I would
Ugh.
punch that thing in the fucking face.
I'd rather
What are
get
you gonna
spit
do
on.
to it though? It's a camel, man. They're pretty hardy.
Right? It'd be like those birds. What are those birds called with the long fucking necks?
The
Emus.
ostriches?
Ostrich.
Ostrich.
And
The emu?
or like an ostrich starts attacking you, you grab it by the fucking neck and throw its head to the ground.
Oh no, ostrich is the one. Yeah, not emus.
Ostrich. And
I
then
think
there's the
both.
other
I think
ones.
both of them would
Both-
fuck you up though. Like,
Why
they're
do
both
you
pretty
think
mean.
everything would fuck me up, Brandon. You're such an ass.
no, I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying.
all right.
I'm not, you could hurt it. You could fuck it up. I'm just saying in general. Like if that thing kicked anybody in the stomach, like I think they have some
yeah.
pretty like good sized talons, man.
Brandon's
It
like,
hurt.
hey, I saw this fucking butterfly yesterday. I
Yeah.
swear to God, Austin, it would kick the shit out of you, dude. If I had to bet on this butterfly
I
or
was
you,
just
dude,
saying you personally.
$100
oh,
down
man.
right now on this fucking butterfly. You're a bitch, dude. You fucking
Yeah.
that butterfly would fuck you up so fast, dude. You'd be like that dude walking around with no fucking gum line. You'd be fucking. What is wrong with you, you asshole?
Yeah, let's make a joke. You smash it. There's just fucking poison in the butterfly. It's like, oh, he beats you in the long run, dick. It's a tie.
I punched the butterfly.
Yeah,
it punches
Tied,
me
you
back.
tied with a butterfly, Austin. How does that make you feel?
I tied with a butterfly.
Yeah, he killed you in the long run too.
Fuck, man.
He's a fucking martyr.
Fuck.
You guys are like,
Government, they're sending government butterflies after you right now, Austin.
Don't say that shit to me.
Every
year you
butterfly
have, like,
Austin
this-
sees from now, he's just gonna fucking kill it immediately. Monarchs are fucking going extinct due to Austin.
I've been kicking butterflies' asses all month.
Oh fuck.
Light a candle for my ass. if there wasn't any butterflies, this guy's still fucking be here. You know what I mean?
Fucking rice and flies everywhere.
Fuck, man. It's crazy out there. Crazy everywhere. Crazy fucking world. Jaren, I'm so glad you fucking brought that to our attention once again. I will try to find that video, but you know what? It's probably 200 fucking videos behind.
No, I think I saved it, so I can find it.
Oh, you did save it.
So, yeah, I actually searched for it because I was trying to mention it to the
It was good.
the group. Yeah, and I couldn't. It took a while, dude. I had to scroll like a shitload. I finally found it. I'm pretty sure I have it saved. But yeah, we can put it in the link or something because it tells it way better than what I just fucking did.
Right.
Because he went into detail, man. There's more shit he said about it. So, I mean, there's this one that I remember. He said something about the Palladians. Supposedly, there's like 1,000 of their fucking crafts in space or something like that. They're actually
The Palladians. They have people that like channeled them and shit. I actually know a girl that thinks she's a Palladian.
Yeah.
She also thinks she's a fucking rainbow unicorn too. So, but I'm not putting it on the Palladians. I'm just saying like that girl's.
Yeah.
She
No,
could
it's
fucking be, and they have
I've seen
some
videos
sort
like
of
that,
connection
too.
with unicorns. But
Yeah, like supposedly that. Yeah, we're like that's our real parents, and that's why we got our rigid feet. Or that's where we got our rigid feet from, or some shit like that. But
our
the one thing is,
could mean where we came from, or it could also mean our voluntary protectors.
Yeah, could be that too. I
You're
mean,
not gonna be born from a parent to be a parent, or have to have them as a parent. You know what I mean? Separate.
Yeah. What did he say? Oh, so he said that this hidden war has been happening for fucking like a long fucking time before we were born. But he specifically said this hidden war with the invisible enemy.
Mm-hmm.
So when he said that, it kind of brought me to what Trump would always used to say, and this war with the invisible enemy and this and that. I'm like, oh, shit.
That was deep state. That wasn't about the fucking virus.
Yeah,
that was about
not about the virus. So I'm like, is it what this fucking guy is talking about? You know, so I mean, I don't know, man. This shit is crazy. He even went on saying fucking all these other fucking like things are real, like human hybrids, dog man, and they released these fucking things to like, you know, just create havoc. That's why people are missing a lot of these Zeta bases are like located by like all the national parks or some shit like that.
Yeah, there's a giant conspiracy, and that goes into missing 411. Why they won't let David Paulides film there? They won't let none of this shit happen. They won't tell people how many people went missing from national parks. It's a fucking like mob operation going on with our national parks.
It's fucking It was pretty crazy, man. Like, yeah, I gotta find that thing and send it. So if people are interested in just listening to it, I think it's like 20 minutes long. But yeah, it's like.
Did you see what he said like a week and a half ago about how everyone's like, I mean, well, like the proof is that there's like hundreds of thousands of fucking experiences, right?
Yeah.
You can't deny that. And you're not going to tell me hundreds of thousands of people are coming out making up fucking stories, because they're not. They're like, some of them, like a lot of them are like, not just like this is real, but they like write out 2 hours of information that's not even necessary to get to this point. So it's not like a story. But what he said was that, because people are like, oh, something about getting it on camera, and he's like, explains that one film from back in the day of the Sasquatch walking, for one, that's 150% real, and we gotta tell people that film is real. They couldn't have created the costume, they couldn't have done any of it, they wouldn't have made a Fimo costume. They couldn't have all of it, the muscles, the fucking walk, every single fucking part of that. But the reason they got that on camera was because it was not an electronic film. It was whatever the hell it was called. He was saying you'd have to use one of those to catch it, because new age, like he's like, I've had thousands of trail cams and you're not going to catch anything on it. And he's like, and then he brought in that military guy's experience where he saw it and the thing started running when he was looking at it from the sky in like a drone or a craft or something. And it's because they can see the fucking light that is coming out of those, the sensor light or whatever, like that's looking all the time. Not the light when it takes a picture, but when it is looking at it, like the infrared or any of it, like any of that, all those cameras produce this fucking light that we as humans cannot see, but they can see it. So they're like walking along, and all of a sudden there's this big red fucking light spread out across these trees, and they can see that. That's why you get shit creeping around it and ripping it off and breaking it, but you never get the pictures of them, is because they can see that shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, if you wanted to take an old camera that ran off of that film shit that wasn't, he was like, I don't know how you'd be able to light it up at night without using a light. Someone could figure that out, but
yeah,
isn't that crazy? Like that, holy
wild,
shit!
Dude.
He pointed that out. Like they can see that fucking light that we can't. You know, unlike other animals where we have those red lights or those green lights that like deer and elk can't see when hunting. These creatures, these beings, these people is what they're a people, can see this shit in day and night, and that's why they're not getting fucking caught up in it.
Yeah, some fucking heavy shit. I know it sounds crazy. I think this world is a lot more interesting than people think.
It is.
I mean, I can definitely see this being true or being real, man. I don't know. I fucking hope it's real.
Oh, I believe it. Coincidence. You know how I work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I believe every single fucking thing that comes out of that guy's mouth. Yeah, I mean, not all the stories he presents, because it's stories. He just, people send in shit and he reads it and he goes, take from it what you want. And that's kind of what I want to do with this podcast, is whether anyone believes any fucking thing we're talking about, take from it what you want, whether this is entertainment or this is something you're learning from or anything. I mean, we all have our different opinions, views. That's who we are, and that's who you are, and that's how the world and the people of the world are. take from it what you want and leave it there. Don't try to attack somebody for it, or you know what I mean. You got nothing to fucking prove, and you ain't gonna prove anything to anybody. You know, take from what you want. But I mean,
we're just here to laugh.
What was that?
Here to laugh.
Oh, get a laugh. Get a laugh. I mean, or jerk off if our voices make you feel that way too. I don't know. That's what I've been doing this whole time, listening to Jaren.
Yeah,
you know.
I thought that was normal. Didn't we talk about this before the podcast started? We have to keep erect throughout the whole thing.
I thought it was like the unsaid law of the podcast, but
oh, that's just me.
Now that you said it, I think that I'm just gonna have to raise my hand and no longer solidarity with you, Brandon. But anybody got anything else?
I'm good on that. What about you, Brandon?
Nah, I don't think I have anything to add.
Well, I think this was another successful run, boys, and I think we got the points across and everything taken care of. So I'd like to say thank you, everyone, for being here through episode 4. I can't believe it's already episode 4 of the Collective Minds podcast. And I'd like to thank Brandon and Jaren for being here with me tonight, guys. Thank you for joining in this experience, and thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it, man. Sorry I couldn't be in there more. I just had people in and out like always.
Oh, you are great, and we love your voice, and we love hearing from you. You know you're funny as motherfucker.
Hopefully in the future, I can actually look into something and actually, contribute a little bit more than I have. I, for the most part, haven't really heard of a lot of the things you guys have been talking about, so I need to get back into everything so I can actually keep up with you guys.
Right, and if you need any help with that, we can lead you in the right way, and we'd be greatly appreciated with anything.
Oh yeah, dude, I'd appreciate everything. Send it my way, and I'll look into it, man.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I'll have to connect you guys for that too as well. Thank you everyone for joining. We will see you in the next one. If you are listening on YouTube, Spotify, the other 15 whatever we have that these podcasts are getting out on, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We'd love to hear from what you guys got to say and what you took from it or didn't take from it, or who knows, we'll take it all. Thank you.
All right, thanks guys.